honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trench. You know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. I'm just laying, you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. More than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. There's some space here. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
They're going to run for it with Jones, and he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake, Winston. And this one is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And out across midfield down to the 45. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Winston. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
4th down, Winston. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So he looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. There's Kamara trying to run for it. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Winston to throw for it on 4. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a throw here to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 18-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Rodgers now after the sack. He'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Jameis to throw it. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball notch free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, Winston. That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. He's got room at the 30. Still going. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Winston to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And 2 points. And it locked in. One-score deficit. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The carry here for the big tight end.
As a defense.
Second and 5. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll try to throw now. Winston. There's Chris.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll get it inside the 20. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers' 6-yard line.
They go play action. Winston. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Winston now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the initial, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Got Doubs over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Jones going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Jones again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking one-score game again here in the fourth. That's with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this one's incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And some room to run. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 67 yards. And the Packers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Rodgers looking to throw. That's Tunyon bringing in the quick throw. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown. Robert Tunyon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Deontay Hardy on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They'll throw again. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this month. No. Okay.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Rodgers throwing here. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Rodgers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
Lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. get one shot.